In this video, I'm going to show you how to unlock the Void Delver's Dirigible, if that is how you say this word. Now, the way you get this transformation is by defeating Zekvir in his lair on tier ? This is his hardest difficulty currently, and this is for the achievement called Let Me Solo Him. Now, in order to find Zekvir and unlock his delve, you're going to go to Aj-Kahet, and in Aj-Kahet here, you'll see in the City of Threads at the bottom left, if we go in here, his delve is located in this building right over here to the left-hand side. So right over here, from this perspective, you can see the delve is listed right over there, Zekvir's lair. And once you get close enough, it will act like a normal delve and give you the screen for, Zekvir's lair over here. Now, in order to unlock the first difficulty, you will have to complete any delve on at least tier 8. To unlock this first difficulty. The second difficulty will only show up when you defeat a delve on tier 10. So any delve in the game, as long as you've beaten it at tier 10, you'll be able to come to Zekvir's lair and do the tier ? Now, this is going to be a very challenging fight. It's going to require a lot of damage. The boss in my case has 181 million HP. It's a lot. And most of its attacks will instantly kill you when they hit you. Technically, it doesn't really matter how much damage you can do in this, you just have to rather focus on mechanics, like dodging everything, interrupting certain things, and making sure you remove debuffs from yourself so that you don't die. I'm going to talk about everything you should know about on this boss. The first thing I recommend is bringing your consumables like a flask, Algari weapon oils, food buff, as well as potions. This will help it go a whole lot quicker and just save you a bit of frustration if you're struggling. Many of these attacks will kill you if they hit. One of them, as such, is the claw smash, which he will regularly do throughout the fight. You can see it looks like this. Do not stand in the cone, it will one-shot you. Next thing you need to be aware of is the horrendous roar, which is a fear within that circle. Do not stand in the circle because it will fear you, and when you're feared, it means you're more liable to getting hit by other attacks which will kill you. Next thing you'll need to dodge is the Angler's Web move, which is going to pull you to the boss, which is going to slow you down and do a bit of damage, which is going to throw you off. Every so often he'll use Coal Web Terror, which will summon a web enemy, which will hatch in a certain amount of time. You need to defeat it before it hatches, because if it hatches, it does a spell that will stun you for about 5 or 6 seconds, which is going to get you killed. Not to mention, it is a nightmare to fight it alongside the boss while dodging both of their attacks simultaneously. So defeat this thing before it hatches, but make sure you don't get hit by anything that the boss does, like any of those cones. Now, the one most important thing you need to watch out for is Regenerating Carapace. This is a 3-second cost, and if it goes off, it will heal itself for 10% of its HP. So you have to save your interrupt for this exact moment, nothing else. Another move that he can do that is interruptible, this is the Enfeebling Spittle. This lasts 20 seconds and does enough damage to probably kill you twice, which is a ton of damage for 20 seconds. The good thing you should know is that this is removable because it is a snare. So if you have anything that removes snares, like Tiger's Lust or Diffuse Magic as a monk, a lot of other classes have their own snare removal devices or multiple interrupts, they can deal with that this way. Sometimes, if you're lucky, Bran Bronzebeard will dispel this off of you first. Once the boss gets to 60% HP, it will go to the middle of the room and use Black Blood. You cannot damage it at this phase, you only do 1% of your damage. It's pointless, wait for it to finish. Just use this time to pack up your combo points or, regenerate mono, anything that your class does. During phase 2 of this fight, the boss is going to use pretty much all the same attacks from phase 1. It's going to add some new moves that you need to deal with, like Unending Spines, which you should not stand on the circles. They will one-shot you if they hit you. So at this point, be really focused on where you're standing so that you don't get hit by one. The next thing you want to avoid is when he does the Angler's Web, he will add these portals. If you touch one of these portals with your physical body, you will teleport between all of them and oftentimes end up maybe getting, stuck in one of the claw attacks, which is going to instantly kill you. So do not stand in any of the portals. Make sure you avoid them as you're pathing through the fight. Notice that the Fear Circle has been upgraded to Infinite Horror. Now this time it will do the Circle of Fear, but it'll also have 4 orbs. You'll see they shoot out in 4 different directions. Do not stand in the direction of one of these orbs. They will do a ton of damage. If you're full HP, it shouldn't kill you, but most of the time it probably will. And that's everything that the boss does during this fight. The only hard thing is that he's going to do all of these things pretty quickly, and this can get very overwhelming. As long as you know how to deal with all of his different mechanics, you should be fine as long as you don't make any single mistakes and keep damaging him as you can. You will eventually beat this and get the achievement. which will unlock the Void schematic for the Delver's Dirigible. Now, once you have learned the Delver's Dirigible in the Void color, you can actually go to this location over here. We'll actually head over here in Dornagal to this exact spot here. This is just outside the Herbalist building. If we go here, you'll see there is the Rostrum of Transformation. And inside here, you're going to select the Delver's Dirigible and you're going to select Full Transformation and select Void. And that is going to turn the whole thing into its Void form that you just unlocked. And that is how you can get the achievement. Good luck with your fight, and I'll see you guys in a future video.